Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you a chicken brain story. Actually, it's part of our real life farm stories, and I'm going to share a colleague's experience with you. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was attending a poultry service industry workshop. And I heard this story from a veterinarian colleague over there that I'm going to share it with you. And at the end of the video, the lesson that we are going to get from this story will set the stage for our next series of videos about the importance of water and water quality in poultry production. So let's get it started. All right. Actually, our colleague was talking about a weird sign in some birds in a layer farm, or maybe it was pullets from layers or from broiler breeders. So they were wondering what's going on with some birds in this operation, that some of them are laying down on their back and they are shaking their legs like this and their head, and some of them were not able to walk and they had lameness. So they started to think about, some hypotheses because it was related to nerve system. So they hypothesized that maybe it's because of Marek's disease, because Marek's disease can, uh, you know, catch the nerve system and affect it negatively. But in their investigation, they didn't see any signs of Marek's disease. Then they were suspicious to botulism, but again, it was not the case. Then they said it might be because of salt toxicity, because it can affect, the skeletal system. Ionophore toxicity. I have talked about ionophore in one of my videos. It was about dairy cow nutrition, and I'll post the link over here in case if you are interested to know a little bit more about ionophore, you can refer to that video. So in poultry, when they are, when they have toxicity with ionophore, usually their nerve system can be affected negatively. But with the investigation they did on feed and, by sending feed for analysis, they figured it out that it was not because of salt toxicity or ionophore toxicity. They measured feed moisture, protein, calcium per phosphorus ratio. Sodium, they saw no sodium, it was around 0.17%, which is normal, and they didn't find anything wrong with feed. And then they cut open some birds. They looked at the organs, and again, they didn't find any specific sign for any disease. So here is the important thing. Actually, this video is about, dissecting the bird head, that I have done this back in the day, and looking at the brain. maybe, if you don't see any, specific sign when you are dissecting a bird, you can just have a look at their brain. They saw some signs in brain, shiny and swollen stuff over there, and the brain had more folds and less glistening. It means that inside the brain was not really moisturized, or it was not shiny. And the shiny things that I mentioned before, it was because of the swollen brain. So, I mean, here you saw the video, and now you have an idea how to, dissect the brain and look at the brain. So with that, at the end of the day, they talked to the farmer and the mystery was found. So the farmer had to do a leakage fix in the farm. And after the fix, actually the birds went without water for a few hours. Maybe, as our colleague was mentioning, it was like 5 or 6 hours. And it caused brain edema. And it caused central nervous malfunction. And that's why they had those nerves reactions, like shaking their legs, were not able to walk, and shaking their head. So it shows that we should not take water importance for granted. Even for a few hours, it can be dangerous. Always monitor water consumption in your barn. You can use some real-time water system monitoring. So they can send the data to your phone directly through the internet. And wherever you are, you can get alarm when there is something wrong with your water consumption. And then, you can do something for your birds. So that's why smart farming is really important and is one of the, major areas to work in the poultry industry. Sometimes I get some questions from people all around the world. They are asking me what kind of skills I should have, to start a poultry service work in Canada or in any part of the world. So my 2 cents for these people would be, please familiar yourself with smart farming, because these days it's really important. And if you have smart farming, you will have real-time monitoring on your barn. It can be real-time monitoring of temperature, water consumption, feed consumption, ventilation system measurements, and so on. And at the end of the day, try to make water management a part of the team culture. Which team? The team that is working on your barn, on your poultry barn. So it means that your staff should pay attention to the water system every single day and in every visit that they have from the barn. They need to double check the drinker lines. They need to double check the medicators in the control room. They need to put lid on the buckets that they contain, some medication or sanitizer, acids, or whatever that is being used for water treatment. So they really need to pay attention to those stuff. And in my next video, I'm going to share more about water management in poultry barns. With that, thank you very much. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and please share my videos with any people who might be interested in this topic. And feel free to leave your comments down there in the comments area, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions as best as I can. And at the end of the day, we can learn from each other. Have fun and good luck.